Friday is payday, and we got a Major League Baseball team total that you're going to want to take a look at between those Chicago Cubs and Milwaukee Brewers. Hey guys, Donnie here with RightWager.com. We got a team total that we think is going to be able to cash in some tickets for us tonight on our YouTube free play of the day. Let's get down to some business in the NL Central. That's going to be between the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers. If we take a look at the matchup currently here, Lester, the lefty, will be on the mound versus Woodruff, the righty. If we take a look, ticket splits there about 50-50. The line opened up, however, at minus 146 as a favorite towards the Milwaukee Brewers. That line now showing across the board in the mid-170s. The total actually opened up offshore at around 8. We're now sitting at 9s across the board. And that's for good reason here, because we're going to focus on those Milwaukee Brewers and why I think this play is going to make some sense. If we take a look at Jon Lester on the season, from a weighted on-base average to both lefties and righties, he's been pretty porous. 321 from the left-hand side actually is decent, but then the right-hand side is where he gets into some trouble. That's at a 362. Now, here's the interesting part where some of these numbers are going to differentiate. His home stats, terrible at Wrigley Field. Obviously, we know Wrigley Field is a hitter's ballpark. A 452 weighted on-base average of both lefties and righties combined. If we look at on the road, that actually drops down to a 269. So say, wait a second, how can you really look at the Milwaukee Brewers side? Well, here's some of the differences that we're going to pop into and think why it's going to make sense. Because if you take a look at some of the advanced analytics, like the xFIP numbers to left-handed batters on the season, that's a 444. Overall to right-handed batters on the season, that jumps up to a 5.63. Now, also when we take a look at those xFIP numbers, where we saw the weighted on-base averages, which were pretty low on the road, those advanced numbers are starting to tell a different story. If we look at his home numbers with the xFIP, that's at a 4.70. And how about the road numbers jump up to 6.16? Now, taking a look at the lineup that we anticipate to be for tonight for the Milwaukee Brewers, Garcia, Hira, Yelich, Jurko, Braun, Arcia, Urias, Taylor, and Nottingham. Of those, 8 of the 9 batters selected tonight we anticipate will be from the right-hand side, with Yelich being the only lefty. Now, when you take a look at Yelich on the season, he's a left-handed batter, yes, but he's got a 400 ISO and a 463 weighted on-base average versus left-handed pitchers, so he should excel tonight in this ballgame. Now, let's get a little bit deeper as well and really cut down on those splits. On the road this year for Jon Lester, to left-handed batters, a 9.83 xFIP, which is off the charts. He's only going to face probably one tonight, which is Yelich, who again matches up really well versus left-handed pitching. If we take a look from the right side on the road, 5.92, all elevated. Now let's take a look at that Brewers lineup here, and you say, you know what? Really don't trust this Brewers lineup against right-handed pitching. It's a completely different story versus left-handed pitching. Check out the anticipated lineup and the ISO numbers that we're looking at. 242, 154, 400, 485, 214, 152, 200, 500, and 1.500. So if we take a look at that, of the 9 batters, 7 have elevated ISO numbers, and the only below average weighted on base average on the team is Arcia, batting in the 6 hole at a 263. Everybody else versus left-handed pitching is elevated also. So we're going to go ahead tonight and take our YouTube free play video on the Milwaukee Brewers team total over 4. For all your premium information, check out RightWager.com. We're close to football season. We start firing in week 3, but Major League Baseball is going to run all the way through the end of the month. But today, you're going to want to take those Milwaukee Brewers team total over 4.5. As we say at RightWager.com, what side are you on? Hey guys, thanks for checking out another video from Sports Betting with Donnie, presented by RightWager.com. If you like the video content, please hit the subscribe button below.